So what do you call yourself? Welcome to the LaTangela Show.
Hey. Yeah, what can I do for you this fine day?
This is your destiny. Hot, hot, hot.
Right now.
Welcome to the LaTangela Show. Come on in and enjoy yourself.
Right now.
We gon' party like no one else. Welcome to the LaTangela Show.
Hi, it's the voice inside your speaker box, LaTangela, and thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule to join me for another episode of the LaTangela Show podcast. You never know who's going to be in the hot seat or on the tan line, but I've got questions that need answers. And today we're going to take it up an extra notch. We have Tonja Rainey. She's in the hot seat on the tan line on behalf of the Christian Youth Theater. Now, I had the opportunity to speak with her before, but just wanting to know more and hearing about the work that they're doing and seeing how we can get involved. There's a lot going on with the Community Christian Theater, and I was like, this is my moment. I have been practicing for this moment for so long. Insane. How was that? Rusty? Okay, cool. Well, I got the inside scoop coming up for you. And thank you so much for tuning in and subscribing to the LaTangela Show podcast. You know, I have new episodes dropping for you every week, and I can't express how grateful I am to see that everybody's keeping those nominations rolling for the 225 Bulletin Board. Once you log on to 225bulletinboard.com, you'll see that we're still taking the nominations for teachers, the support team members, for everyone that's going above and beyond in order to get it done in the classroom to assist our babies, even throughout the summer months. Because listen, the sun is outside and it's winning, but the learning never stops. And these teachers, they are here with their wraparound services and all of these lesson plans. And we want to be able to select 2 winners to hook them up with a prize of $250 each, as well as some billboards to say, we see you, we appreciate you, and we cannot do this without you. That's in partnership with my friends over at Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys, with Gordon Gives and 10 Cares. So make sure you log on, you place those nominations at 225bulletinboard.com. You know, I'm the queen of random research, and I found something that made my heart smile. I felt attacked in one sense, but seen in another, and understood all at the same time. According to this film from Japan, there's this Japanese market that's implementing an extra slow checkout lane where customers are never rushed. Now you're talking my speed. Most supermarkets these days are constantly looking for ways to speed it up, make you do it yourself. Hurry, get in, hurry, get out. Well, no. Unfortunately, some people just don't like to be rushed, and they need to take their time and say, you are making me feel uncomfortable. So now they thought it through and they said, well, how about this lane will be for you? Some of these people said, look, I avoid going to the supermarket because I don't like the anxiety that's caused when I have to get in, figure it out, and do it myself. So now you can spend upwards of 20 minutes, whether you have 1 item, 2 items, you forgot something, they got to go back for some more items. And I like it. Don't rush me. I'm trying to see if I want this ice cream or not. And yes, I'll probably decide before it melts. But if not, don't rush me. Can we find at least one store that would designate that extra slow checkout line for me? I'm asking for myself. Wow. Some other news that's stemming, you know, it's about that time for Summer Olympics. In 2024, they're taking that quick field trip to Paris. So I'll be living vicariously through, just trying to see. Now, for the first time since 1960, these Olympics will feature fewer events than the previous games. I was trying to figure out, like, why? You know, karate is not there because it's not entertaining enough. And baseball, the Olympics schedule conflicts with Major League Baseball. So there's like an entirely new sport this summer that's breaking out, and it's break dancing. Is that true? Reader's Digest posted it, but are they really implementing break dancing in the Summer Olympics? And where do I sign up? Because I kind of want to try that. Okay. Well, according to personality and social psychology bulletins, single is good. just when I thought I wanted to trade this single life in. Wait. Hard to believe, but today's teenagers aren't obsessed with finding a girlfriend or boyfriend. A new study suggests that teenagers, are more likely to be single and are also happier about it because compared to previous generations, they're getting started too soon. Well, yeah, I mean, like as a teenager, you don't need to be out here stressed out about some little boy, some little girl. Like what? What them grades look like? Huh? Y'all going to study hall together? Not going to study hall together? I don't know. I read it and I had to tell it to someone, so I figured I'd tell it to you. I want you to keep it locked because I do have more random research coming up and some of the feel good. When you hear this interview that's stemming in from none other than Christian Youth Theater, I'm showing you the different outlets and options that we have in the capital city and surrounding areas that's really pouring into our babies. So you be sure to keep it locked right when you have it and join the motion. It's a field trip. Keep it locked. You get a mic. You get a mic. I told you today we have to put you to work. You've been out and about doing so many wonderful things in the community. And I said, I need to get this lady back in the hot seat and on the tan line. None other than the Tonja Rainey. Was that theatrical enough?
That was fantastic.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm secretly auditioning for my next role.
I hope so.
I have been practicing on my dramatic pause. Wait. And it's still, see, you laugh. That wasn't my comedic pause.
It's because I never expected.
But, I have to finesse it a little more. And I'll be working on that. As the artistic director of the Christian Youth Theater, you have been so busy. You've been traveling around the world, but you have been bringing the world to the capital city. So tell me a little bit about Christian Youth Theater as a whole.
Sure. So Christian Youth Theater, we're an educational nonprofit that's our mission is to develop character in kids of all ages and creativity, and through the use of theater arts, quality theater arts, I'd like to say,
right?
All the while bringing families together because we involve the whole family in our in our events.
Yes,
and we do it all hoping to reflect Christ in the midst of it. So that's the nutshell of what we do.
Absolutely. And you do it in such a way. You and I, we've had the opportunity to speak a little bit off camera about how the art itself, it lends itself to let people be something else within that moment. And so many people are going through different things and we can't identify what that may be. But when they get to Christian Youth Theater, you have this space of love. You have this safe haven that allows them to channel that energy into something that's beautiful, known as art. And if you had to pick a highlight from how long you've been doing this, for all of the students you've been working with, because they just finished this massive production of Mary Poppins, and it was popping, might I add. If you had to select at least one that would stand out to you as top tier of this is why I do what I do, what would that be?
Well, before every show, before every CYT show, we ask students if they want to share their CYT story.
Okay.
And the prompt is, how has CYT impacted your life? And so we'll have every show, every performance, we'll have one student come up and say what CYT means to them.
Right.
And those stories are the reason we do this.
Absolutely.
The reason we do this. It's not, it's about the kids, it's about the families, it's about how the Lord uses CYT to impact their life as a whole, even outside of theater, especially outside of theater.
Yeah.
And that's what fuels my tank. That's what keeps me going. Those are the highlights. When I see students who come from places where they've been bullied and they find acceptance and love for the first time, that is like, what?
Yeah.
Yes, let's make that happen. Let's do that. So to see students really find a home, find a place, find people like themselves that they didn't encounter, anywhere else. They feel like they belong there. And that's really a highlight to me.
Absolutely. And you're bringing such an experience to these students, but also to your staff and to your team. And whenever you find that child, they may have that one that's into preparing the scripts. They may have one that's into stagecraft. They may have one that has been labeled as a class clown, but she's just really waiting on the right time for lights, camera, action.
Exactly.
So being able to say that we can filter so much for these students? What's the age range? Like if they have a child that wants to be a part of one of the many productions, maybe as an extra or as the lead or as a dramatic pause holder, what does that look like?
Well, so we have classes for 5 to 18-year-olds,
Mhm.
but if they're 8 to 18-year-old, they can audition for our big musicals.
Okay.
And so 8 to 18 is for our CYT. And then we have a program called CCT, which is Christian Community Theater. And that's for 18 and above. Like
18
yourself.
and above. And I'm here for it. When you're picking your pieces, how do you say, this is one that I really love, or this script will work well, and I want to bring it to life?
I mean, there's so many factors in choosing shows, right?
Yeah.
You gotta think about, what do our students want to do? Also, can we do those shows? Do they meet our standards? Basically, if we want to, some shows we just don't want to tell those stories. There's stories worth telling. I always think, is there truth that we need to tell in that story? And so I'm looking for that. Sometimes I like to look for a theme. I like to pull out, I like to give students a different variety of experiences, like a classical and a Disney. Like there's there are classical Disneys, but there's also classics from literature.
Yes.
And then there's princess stories, and then there's stories that are more drama related, not as high energy dancing kind of stories that are more in-depth character stories.
Right.
So there's so many factors in choosing what we do. And so this year we have stories that are going to be all about family.
I like that, bringing the family together,
Yes.
highlighting different aspects of the families. And I'm not going to let you just skate past this Christian community theater, right? Because I think that's an outlet that so many people may have wanted to try once upon a time, and think that, oh, well, they've aged out. But you'll go back and you'll see some of the top artists say that they didn't get their start until later. But if you don't even have the opportunity to present itself, you'll never know.
Sure.
So what if there's this person that's watching right now that really think that the soap opera was their thing and that they just missed that chance in that moment, but we have a stage just waiting on them right now?
Yeah.
What does that look like?
Well, it looks like a summer production. So we audition for CCT productions in the spring.
Uh-huh.
And then we'll start late May. We'll start our rehearsals. We'll rehearse all through the summer. And then in August, we'll have our performance.
Okay.
So it's a 10-week commitment.
Uh-huh.
It's 3 nights a week of rehearsals. It's a pretty big commitment, but if for 3 months, you just want to make that commitment, I want to do that this summer. This summer, I'm going to do something new.
And hone in on your craft, because this could be a
Exactly.
family fun-filled event.
Exactly.
The entire family, 3 nights a week, you're coming out, you're going to say, listen, this is our family project. And be sure to invite all of your family and friends to the big unveiling in August, because it's going to be worth it. And it's a story to tell for the rest of your life.
That's right. That's right. Well, we have parents and and their kids who perform together on the stage. How fun is that?
Yeah.
And then backstage we have another family member working on costumes or microphones or up in the lights. So there's just so many opportunities for the whole family to use what they're good at.
And you just brought that up. Like I was mentioning about the stagecraft, but now you're getting into the artistic design of the stage itself and the costumes, the makeup.
Yes.
What?
And
And hair.
paint and build sets on the weekend.
The soundtrack.
So
I'm
much
here
to do.
for the soundtrack.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm loving it. And what about those writers? Do you ever offer those writer workshops to where if there's a script and you just want to edit or adapt a script to make it suitable for what it is that you're working on? Do we have those options?
I haven't had that opportunity yet, but I am so open to that.
And I
there
would love
are
to
writers.
partner with you on that.
Okay.
So say less, we'll turn that into maybe like a portion of my Tantoon, right?
Okay.
Where we offer internships and apprenticeships for students, and we always focus on creative writing and thinking outside of the box.
Love that.
So I would love to work with you on that.
Okay.
Yeah, say
Let's do
less.
it.
And you have
Do
been
it.
so busy making things happen and just thriving and preparing a stage for so many. And I know with that, it's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of dedication. It's a lot of sacrifice. It's an act of compassion, right? We can be comfortable where we are, but whenever we leave the comforts of our own realms to go out and create a path for others to be able to find their their light and shine. Girl, I applaud you for it, but I just want to be able to pay it forward a tad. And in this season, I partnered with none other than Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys, and we have our partnership, Gordon Gives, Tan Cares, where we highlight community stakeholders such as yourself. And when I did the first initial walk down the hall, hey, let me hear what you got going on, I was like, that is so awesome. And I've been ranting and raving about you ever since with the Christian Youth Theater. And we just want to do our part and pay it forward. As a token of our appreciation, here's something to go towards a workshop for you. It is $1,000 donation for the Christian Youth Theater.
What?
Thank you so much for all of the hard work and dedication. I hope this is useful in all of your endeavors.
Yes.
And I want you to think of this as an extension of your office. So whenever you have things that's going on, you feel free to jump in the hot seat and on the tan line and say, girl, we got something to talk about. We got these auditions. We have these writers workshops. I need somebody to come through. And we might even get Gordon to come through and say a line or two.
Okay.
You know, I think it'll have to be more of a comedy, because you know he's really an underlying comedian, and he won't tell many people, but that may be one of his secret talents.
Okay. I love it.
And thank you for all that you do.
No, thank you so much. I appreciate you so much.
Anytime. Now, if you want to be a part of our community, if you want to be a part of our writers, if you want to be a part of our dressers, as far as the hairdressers and the makeup, or if you just want to get in there and get your acting skills going, I'm here for it. Be sure to log on to cytbatonrouge.org. Again, that's cytbatonrouge.org, or give them a call at 225-938-1438. Now, Miss Rainey, you are the real MVP, and I dare anybody tell you different. You have more work to do, so I'm gonna let you chase the sun, or let the sun chase you. But either way, get after it. I love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it.
Thank you so much.
Wait, here, that's the real one, because this one won't spin. Look at this, this one won't spin. Thank you so much to Miss Tonja Rainey and all of the hard work and dedication that she and her team they're putting in for the Christian Youth Theater. Now, if you would like to be a guest, all you have to do is submit your information at LaTangela.com. It does my heart well to be able to highlight those who are making headline news for all of the right reasons. If you have a nonprofit organization, or if you're a community stakeholder that's really just giving back, or maybe you need help getting the word out, let's talk about it. I love to chime in. You know, we release these new episodes every week, and of course, I got all of the listings for you, and I have some more of this random research. I was digging deep trying to figure it out. It's about that time the kids are asking you for a dog. They want to add to the family, and they're looking for a fur baby. Well, according to WAG, and yes, this is someone who put in a lot of hard work and dedication to get you what you need, which dog breed is the most stubborn? Expert says the Akita is the most stubborn dog. So if you don't want anything else that's super stubborn in the house, the Akita will not be the way to go. And it's followed by the Siberian Husky and the Basset Hound. Okay, Dalmatian also topped that list. So what type of dog should you get? These are questions that really need answers. But in the meantime, just tell the kids that you'll think about it. You'll think about it. You're considering. Wink once for yes, twice for no. You'll think about it. Some people have been writing articles that they're having social media nightmares. Follow me, we're going somewhere. I'm not smart enough to make this stuff up. Social media, I understand that everybody's on it. Hashtag, retweet. We're scrolling. We're just trying to see who's doing what, but is it to the point to where you actually have nightmares about it? People who spend longer time on social media than not have admitted that they have bad dreams that disrupt their sleep. Just wake them up in the middle of the night because they feel as if I go to sleep, I'm missing something on social media. Some of their nightmares also included that their social media was hacked or that they forgot their passwords. If it's to the point you're having nightmares about social media, maybe you should just unplug and unwind for a second or two. It's next level. That's something different. I'm like, I'm just gonna put that to the side. If the kids are asking you for money and they just act as if it grows on trees, now is the perfect time for you to help them become that little junior entrepreneur that you know they can be. Take it back to the basics. According to sheknows.com, when your kids are bored this summer, it's a great time for you to get that lemonade stand out. It's a classic. Not only will it help them to fill their time, it'll help them fill their change bucket and also fill them with pride that they're actually out and about earning these dollars and getting these cents and understanding the world of entrepreneurship and the value of a dollar. So now they see how hard they had to work for that dollar. That sun will remind them quickly. I'll take 2 lemonades on the double rocks. Thank you. If you're planning that field trip, you are not alone. According to USA Today, here are some facts about vacations. Americans take at least 2.5 vacations per year. Must be nice. The average vacation in the United States costs around $1,800. And beaches, they actually top the list of desired trips, with 62% of the Americans saying that they only target beaches while they're on vacations because that's how they feel as if they're getting away. The beach. Okay, I'm here for it. But if you're talking about finances, it comes up where post-vacation stress really kicks in. If you're feeling stressed and you're looking forward to that vacation, you might even want to plan a vacation from the vacation, because the majority of people who are coming back from vacation suffer from anxiety and slight depression because all of the work that they ran away from for that break is now waiting on them when they get back. I mean, we knew it would be, but I just think it got here too soon. And I wasn't ready. I feel you. I really feel you on that one. So make sure that you're checking it out and you're taking your time to plan that vacation. Now, last but not least, financial stress. It's one of those things. Financial literacy is just something that we cannot harp on enough. But if money is stressing you out, you are not alone. Over 50% of adults say that finances make them stressed, and it causes anxiety and or feelings of depression. People also report losing sleep over money worries. They're feeling like an overwhelming sense of guilt or hopelessness, and regular headaches and strained relationships. Now, it's one of those things that you can't feel as if you're the only one, because it taps on a lot of our shoulders a lot more than we care to admit. You know what I'm saying? So this is the time of year where they say it's okay to talk through your issues, any and all of them. And this is always a safe haven. So if you have some information on some things that could just make life for all of us a little easier, I would love to get you in the hot seat and on the 10 line. Drop me a line at LaTangela.com. Submit your information and let's chat. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to LaTangela Show Podcast, iTunes, Spotify, WEMX, WAFB Plus, bootleg it if you need to. And you can always catch it on WMX Max 94 ONE.com Sunday mornings at 10:30 a.m. I know you've got more to do, so I'm going to let you chase the sun or let the sun chase you. But either way, get after it. I love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it.